amavili aqhamuka ngeduku.
Edenzani ndemsakazo uthanywa Yemaswati ukuyakhanyisile mabuza mina Thulisa Mamba nakhimba limawu.
That COVID-19 is still a very prevalent part of our daily lives.
Manzini Regional Administrator Chief Kicha has encouraged people to vaccinate for COVID-19. This is when the Ministry of Health visited several constituencies. So today they visited KwaLuseni constituency.
KwaLuseni kukhanzakele ke siyathi KwaLuseni lapho labaningi labahlala khona labasebenza emafemini. Siyathi kunetikolo la Dutton University ifakela labasha labanengi. Njengoba shothi nje ema-business advutane nebantu labasende emafemini banengi bahlala la KwaLuseni bese bashona lena lesive senkuthi sila lokulula ukuthi noma ngabe uthi wena umkhuhlane ngathi wehlele uphasi ungaphindze uqubuke masinyane futhi uhambe at a higher speed la KwaLuseni because of the population le class noma le concentration yabantu ihigh la KwaLuseni.
Namhlanje sikutele la sitozama ukuthatha abantu baseKwaLuseni inkundla yaseKwaLuseni nemacenzelo ekuthenini enzabeni yekujova ngoba sibonile lokuthi lokwendekile eKwaLuseni naso ubuka ngalendlela abantu bakhona labajova ngayo kuphasi kakhulu ng15%.
Namhlanje sitogqugqudela lesive sala eKwaLuseni ukuthi siphakame sijovele iCovid siqhubeke sijove.
The Ministry of Health made sure to encourage the people of KwaLuseni to vaccinate. This report was compiled by Gary Carlos at Matapa.
Today marked the launch of the 8th edition of the Mahamba Hiking Trail. The initiative is a sports tourism event that also serves as a great help to and brings a lot of awareness to the region of Shiselweni. The Acting Minister of Tourism and Environmental Affairs, Honorable Harris Bulunga, officially launched the 8th edition of the Mahamba Hiking Trail. The event is set to take place from the 30th of April up until the 1st of March under the theme, Hiking Against Gender-Based Violence. In his speech during the launch, Minister Bulunga stated that the theme was more relevant than ever this year because of the high rate of gender-based violence within the Shiselweni region.
The Mahamba Coach 8th edition hike in support of the government effort and in collaboration with you, our wonderful sponsors, has once again chosen the theme Hiking Against Gender-Based Violence. This is to continue supporting government's efforts of ending gender-based violence, awareness against any form of violence in Eswatini. This theme, as it has been said earlier, is relevant to the Shiselweni region since they've just been experiencing a range of challenges that are GBV related, some emanating from the frustrations of the COVID-19 pandemic and other social ills. This theme also harmonizes the objectives of the hike, which is to alleviate poverty by supporting and empowering deserving communities from the sponsorship that it receives. However, we still request more sponsors to support this initiative, as it is hoped that the present one can also increase whatever they've been offering. Ladies and gentlemen, as many of you can recall, 2020-2021 was the most challenging of years in the hiking expedition, with COVID-19 swelling at high speeds, leaving a trail of destruction, negatively affecting the hiking program. Nevertheless, Mahamba Gorge Hiking managed to fulfill its mandate of changing the lives of the vulnerable people through support from our sponsors and partners.
Various companies made their sponsorship announcements and contributions. Part of the event's objective is to help promote tourism activity within Shiselweni. Reporting for Channel Yemaswati News, Abongile Mabuza, Wazandile Mbabane, Lobamba. And now a report from Parliament by Linda Shongwe, who tells us about the members of the House who continue to discuss and dissect the financial report.
The country will acquire a loan estimated at $360 million US, approximately 540 million in Malangeni, from the African Development Bank. This money will finance the current 2022-2023 financial year budget. This follows that today the House of Assembly gave a green light to the Minister for Finance to continue with securing the loan after the passing of the appropriation bill before the House of Parliament. The chairman of the Finance Portfolio Committee in the House of Assembly, Honorable Maui Kumaro, stated that this budget is necessary due to that government needs to start doing its mandate at the beginning of its year on the 1st of April.
Lenye mali ofinance i-Regional Development Fund le ukuthi ke Mr Speaker sitayithola le mali nyalo kodwa sitaqala kuyibhadala after 3 years. Thathe lethuba Mr Speaker kubonga wona amahlonishwa boza kwethu be-Sessional Committee lesibambisana nabo throughout enzabelethinzela.
The Minister for Finance, Noel Rickenback, stated that this is the last loan government will acquire to finance its budget, as government is working hard to reduce its debts externally.
They supported, they got together, we met, we deliberated on this and had a look. We have committed as the Minister of Finance to make sure that we bother you with the supplementary budget to make sure that we don't spend outside of the budget, that whatever money we spend, even if we want to deviate, we first get permission before we spend. So hence it is a bit of a pain sometimes, but we do appreciate the Honourable House coming together every time to consider this and approve it. So thank you very much to the House.
The money comes with a 0.25% interest, and most of it will help finance the Regional Development Fund, where government is expected to start paying the loan at a term of after 3 years. For Channel Yemaswati News, I'm Linda Shaw with Kimberly Mavuso. For Channel Yemaswati News, I'm Linda Shaw with Kimberly Mavuso, Parliament.
JPIGO, together with the Ministry of Health, launched a voluntary medical male circumcision initiative that saw the awarding of certificates to a group of nurses who are among the first in Eswatini to be trained in medical circumcision. JPIGO launched their voluntary male circumcision task shifting initiative, whereby a group of 11 nurses were medically trained in circumcision. The training, which began last December, is an effort to shift circumcision from doctor to nurse-led models, meaning some nurses in the country will have the capacity to provide circumcision services to the public. Mazia said that part of the reason for the training of nurses was due to the low number of doctors in the country.
Namhla sizothula bonus labalishumi namunye lebatrainiwe bese baredi ukuthi bahambe bayosebenza.
Ingabe lisasasa lekusoka vele lingakanani sebangakhi nje bamfula basokile kuLeswatini?
Siyabonga tsatewethu lisasasa likhona kodwa nje ke kuyadzinga ukuthi eMaswati achubeke encourage lo ukuthi asoke ngathi ntsatsoethu ngathi sake fike la sifuna sifike khona silive that's why nje utawubona ukuthi kunemikhankaso lesesisukumisile like it's your 10 campaign lena yokuyi campaign yokukhuthaza eMaswati ukuthi achubeke alithathe lo sito lokusoka likhona lelisasasa kodwa nje ke kunedingcinamba letikhona especially kubobabela abadzala labafana nabolinda lebona ukhanza ukuthi sebane barriers labanebani kune men's wellness lesilungise nje ukuthi ayikube lula for indvodza ukuthi iconze khona si offerisha male friendly services men's wellness clinic ilapha eceleni kwaka MVA ngenhla ngendasi kwe-UN house bese ke citsisaka live lonke akhona ema-VMMC services tonke tibhedlela.
Yeah, there are 11 of us nurses who are here who will be certified. Sometime in December last year, we were trained, the 11 of us were trained to do the task shifting. We were trained to do circumcision, and thereafter we had to do some training, practicals. Then today we are here to get the...
Reporting for Channel Yemaswati News, Abongile Mabuza, Wazandile Mpapane, Mbaban. get right back into our bulletin, but before we do, another reminder from WaterAid to all Yemaswati to continue to adhere to all COVID protocol and guidelines set in place by the government. Now, the Mbabane municipality announced a health convention set to take place on the 19th of March at the council premises rather. The convention's aim is to promote and encourage the general health testing in the country.
Mbabane Municipal Council, in collaboration with the Ministry of Health the municipal offices in Mbabane, officially launched a program which is called Health Fair Services, which will start on the 19th of March. Speaking during the ceremony, Mbabane Mayor, His Lordship Zephania Nkambule, stated that this program is all about improving the health services of Mbabane City.
Ujawukala umsebenzi ma-8 kuswele ku-75 ntambama ngapho siyawuhlangana khona lomene sandane sibona uSithembile iqhubeka kanjani umuntu akaqena kusho ukuthi awu siyabonga ukuthi uSithembile ikhombisile ukuthi inakelele eMaswati bambisana neMbabane.
Dr. Vusi Makakula, who is the director at the Ministry of Health, explained how the program will be of benefit to residents of Mbabane.
Should it be too late to deal with this secondary health provision, the rehabilitation still remains an option to bring life as close as possible to normalcy. But then, there will come a time when there's nothing more you can do in terms of healthcare provision. And that is when, that will be the time when palliative care takes over till one crescent pass from this. I'm happy to say that this is including the private health sector, as we were welcomed here from the private health sector again, and the Municipal Council of Mbabane, which I'm told is a population of over 60,000, today, Mbabane City Council is showcasing all the health services that are occurring in Mbabane. If you come to one to receive the services that these are being showcased today. The Ministry is excited about this activity. Increasing visibility of Mbabane health providers is not necessarily advertising oneself, hence it remains acceptable. We do hope the lead taken by the Mbabane City Council will be followed by other municipalities. I thank you.
This health fair will also help to create awareness of the services that are available. People know that we are here as doctors, but we have lots of other supporting services like dietitians and psychologists and all sorts of services that our community needs. And some of these things have not been promoted enough, so they are being underutilized. So people are not getting a comprehensive.
I am Zandile Mpapane for Channel Yemaswati News with Mxolisi Mavuso, Mbabane.
And now we head over to Gwaluseni, where Pondo Mota has reached his limits in his dispute with neighbor Mabareti Dlamini.
Following the dispute at Gwaluseni between Mr. Pondo Mota and Mr. Mabareti Dlamini, today we spoke to Mr. Pondo Mota, who stated that Mr. Mabareti Dlamini has done so much to him and stated that he has now decided to put everything in God's hands. Mota stated that he has been told that Mr. Mabareti Dlamini is the one that has been cutting down his fence, but denying it. Mota denied of owning a gun.
Msakati mane uyaphika nje msakati ubuhlungu kakhulu ngalo babe ngoba lo babe kusho ukuthi vele sohlita lekhaya babo ufuna ukuthi ngithuse mina lekhaya babo angathi ke ngomfuna impilo yami ukuthi vele ngife mina ngoba vele washo wathi utangibulala angisathi ukuthi sokufanele mina ngibhekephi ngoba lekhaya lelababe lethuka babe ngakho konke ukuthi babe wathakatha kunjani njani angisathi ke ukuthi mina sekufanele ngibhekephi ngoba lapha nangisengakhabodaladi lapha abantu abami ngithi abakho ufika ajube ebusuku le ngoba bathi ke ngabo 3 umema igroup uyale kubologoba ngathi kuphi le ngale ngisheya kulesikomlo singale bathi kusendofaya ameme abantu bayabajabula bajabule manje ke sengibonile ngiyabona ukuthi sowufuna impilo yami ukuthi angisuse ekhaya lababa ngathi ke lokhu ufuna ngibheke kuphi ngoba babe wokumila lapho utshalwa ngumanzini la uyiswa amabuya mkhulu amabuya ngikukhulu ukhuma lotalwa ngumanzini angisathi ke ukuthi bekunene ufuna ukubhekisa kuphi lo baba
uthi wena unesibhamu sowuthenga isibhamu
kodwa isibhamu lenginaso mina ngithe nje isibhamu lenginaso ibhamu mina